DNS or domain name system. So let's start with Azure DNS. Azure DNS is a powerful networking tool which is used for hosting services for DNS domains that provide name resolution by using Microsoft Azure infrastructure. By hosting our domains in Azure, we can manage our DNS records by using the same credentials, APIs, tools, and billing as other Azure services. So making it as a service, we can manage things easier. DNS domains in Azure DNS are hosted on Azure's global network of DNS name servers. Azure DNS uses anycast networking, and each DNS query is answered by the closest available DNS server to provide faster performance and high availability for their domain. So how DNS works? Let's take an example. Say we have a user or a client who requests for a certain resource on the website. So he has to provide the domain name for our web application, say anything, abc.com. The DNS server will provide the IP address corresponding to that domain. And based on that IP address, the user can connect to any resource on the website, be it a web application, virtual machines, or other resources. With DNS, we can host our DNS alongside our applications. We can accelerate our application with faster DNS queries and rely on Microsoft Global Network of DNS Server. We can get DNS updates without the wait, without being a waiting thing. Then we have the Azure DNS private zones. With DNS, we can use our favorite DNS applications in Azure. We can simplify the migration because we have the brands that we already know and the skills that our team has. So we can migrate our applications using virtual network, having the similar experience. So we can enhance our security as well. We can add different DNS security to our virtual network by deploying a DNS firewall and help mitigate DNS-related security issues such as phishing and data exfiltration. It could be used to provide traffic from other sources and divert it from different things. So the local DNS server's role is to provide the request and the response to the designated servers. So we have a user who has a request for a website, but there could be a large number of users and large number of servers. And for various things, the resources may be kept in different servers. So the DNS will redirect the local DNS will redirect the request to the designated server where the resource is being kept for a particular request. And we have the DNS zone, which corresponds to the overall request based on the partnership program and other things. DNS helps resolve the aliasing. If we have different things or short keys for a long query, that is called alias, and we can set multiple aliases for different applications located in different locations, so we can resolve things, and it could be integrated with other services like Traffic Manager or other tools. So here it is how the DNS would look like. When we create a DNS zone on Azure, it will have different things. It will have multiple options. It will provide the name servers addresses. We have 4 name servers are there. We have the resource ID, the subscription ID, and more things. Based on the name servers, we could access our utilities. So it has the various advanced security features. Azure DNS is based on Azure Resource Manager, which provides multiple features. With Resource Manager, we can access things based on a role-based access and control who has the access to specific actions for our organization. We can create identity and access management IAM roles and provide the users or developers or testers anything in order to access things or resources. Each employee does not have the complete access, so we can have different set of isolations being done there. Then it provides an activity log to monitor how users in our organization has been modified a resource or find an error by troubleshooting. So we can continuously monitor and go to the logs in order to detect the activities that are going or done by our employees. Then the resource locking to a lock of subscription, resource groups or resource. We could add the locks. The locks prevents other users in our organization from accidentally deleting or modifying critical resources. So we can use the locks with resources. We can have the alias records as well. The alias records is a DNS support that provides the record sets. We can use alias record sets to refer to an Azure resource such as Azure Public IP address or Azure Traffic Manager profile or an Azure Content Delivery Network CDN endpoint. If the IP address of the underlying resource changes, the alias record seamlessly updated itself during the DNS resolution. The alias record set points to the service instance, and the service instance is associated with an IP address. So we can have the alias records being done there. We are going to learn more in the coming lectures. Till then, keep learning and keep moving ahead.